Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be doing some elbows, or an elbow like this. What we're going to be doing is going to be 3-inch diameter, and it's going to have a 3.5-inch throat, which is going to be like this. I don't know if you guys can see it from the camera angle. And to do that, once we're done doing the layouts, it's going to produce these pieces right here, or what we call fishes, because they look like fishes. So to do a 90 degree, it's going to require 3 of these full fishes and then 2 of the half ones. And what I mean by half is, well, if I take this and put it here, it's the same thing. And if we flip it, it's going to be the other half. All right, and then just to kind of clarify as far as what throat is, the points where they meet right here at 9 degrees. So say for instance, in this case, this has a 3.5-inch throat. So it means that the clearance right here from this point down to here is 3.5 inch, and from here to here is also 3.5 inch. And the reason why that's kind of important is it's to avoid obstacles, or depending on how tight you want to make that radius. So sometimes if there's obstacles, like say for instance, I guess you can use this right here. That'll obviously clear it because this is a 3-inch diameter, but this has a clearance of 3.5, so it's from here. Say for instance, we wanted to, this was here in the way, but we want to still make a 3-inch elbow, but clear in this. So then that means that you take the measurement of what your obstacle is. So in this case, this thing measures what, 4.5 inches. So in order to avoid this, you want to make your throat, I would say, just to be on the safe side, you can make it at 5 inches. So then when you make your layout, you make your throat at 5 inches right here. So then your elbow will start like this, and then it'll finish all the way around to the 5-inch point right here. So it'll look, something like that. So that's what I mean by throat. And sometimes there's no obstacle. It just means that you just want a tighter radius or a tighter bend. So that's what I mean by throat. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is a 90 degree. We're going to do something right around here. So we're going to do a horizontal and vertical line, so 90 degree. Okay. We're going to go 3.5 inch throat right here. So I'm going to take my tape measure and go 1, 2, 3.5. And then we're going to do 3-inch diameter. So 1, 2, 3 right here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take our compass, put our sharp point where the vertical and horizontal lines meet. And then you can start here at the 3.5-inch throat line or mark. And we're going to swing an arc like this. Okay, we're going to open it up now to the 3-inch diameter mark. Lock it in place like that. And we're going to swing again. Okay, next step, we're going to go ahead and divide these in pies. We're going to divide it 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's start with the center. So we're going to open up our compass right around there and just kind of strike a random mark. Do the same thing on this end. Strike a random mark. I didn't reach, so that means I need to go back finish it off right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our ruler and connect these intersecting lines to this point here. So you're going to do something like this, something like that. Okay, now you're going to divide this pie. So same process, and we're going to strike an arc somewhere in the center so that way they can intersect, and then we put our compass on this end as well, and they do intersect, so we do that. Okay, so that's one. That's the second one, I mean. So put our pencil point right there, and then line this up to this point here, and just draw a line like that. I guess this is really not necessary, but you'll see what I'm saying once I finish this. Okay, and then the last one, do the same thing. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna throw a random line in the middle, right here. Do the same thing on this side, so you guys can see. Strike an arc. This one you do want to pay attention to, and this one you definitely want to draw a line like so. Okay, next step. We're going to now, so you see this 3-inch right here, so you guys can see. Go ahead and make a circle right here in the middle. So the way I do that is I first divide these 2 points so that I can find my center. So the way that I do that, I take my smaller compass here. So the way I do that is I strike arcs somewhere in the center so I can get intertwining arcs. So I'm going to do that, go to this point here, intersect that line, and intersect this line. Okay, so there's our center. Put my pencil point there, and then line it up to the other arc right here. That's pretty close, and then I'm just going to draw a line like that. Okay, so that's the center. So I mean that would be I guess 1.5 inches, but that's one way to do it. Okay, so now what you do, I guess that's just a more precise way, I guess you can say. Now you're going to do is put your pencil point in the center, and what you're going to try to do is make a circle within that 3-inch line like this. So you're going to do a full complete circle like this. Okay, all right, so once you've done that complete circle, you're going to take the same measurement the way it is now, the way it's set up. You're going to put your point here, you're going to strike an arc there, strike an arc here, go to this side, strike an arc there, swing it down, strike an arc there as well. Now you're going to put your pencil point on the middle or center of the circle, not center but rather in the middle here on the bottom. Strike an arc here and strike an arc there, and do the same thing. Put your point here now, strike an arc there, strike an arc there. Okay, all right, we're almost there. Okay, now the next step is you're going to connect these lines just like the way you see this vertical line here. You're going to make lines here going off of these arcs. So it's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what I do is I start, I guess, on this end right here, and you're basically just going to go ahead and line up these arcs, this one and this one, but at the same time try to eyeball it that it goes even along this line here. So it's not going to be perfect, but you know, do the best you can. So something like this. Okay, I can do the same thing on this. So you're going to connect these 2 arcs. So you're going to line up your ruler like that, and then go like that. And then as far as how high or low you want to go, basically what you want to do is concentrate on this line right here. That's the more important line. As long as you pass this line, you're golden. Okay, the last one is the outer end of the circle. So there's really, if you notice, there's no arcs, but again, just eyeball it as best as you can. Make sure that there's even spacing from here to here and from here to here, and draw your line. And there you go. Okay, now do the same thing on this other end. So connect these two arcs. So line it up like so. Looks good. So I want to make sure I want to pass this line, so I'll strike an arc like this. Do the same thing by these two arcs. Go connect those. That looks pretty good, so I want to do that. And then the last one is the outer end of the circle. So there's no arcs to combine or join, but just eyeball that it's even along this line here next to it. So right around there, strike an arc. All right. Now what you're going to do is, if you notice that there's 7 lines, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to number them accordingly. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's move this up a little bit more so you guys can see it. 3. This will be 4, the middle one. 5, 6, and 7, the last one. Okay, now remember that line that I was telling you about right here, the more important line, or the most important line, I guess. This is what you're going to do. These are your important dots, or where they meet. So you see where this line goes, and then the one that goes vertical, those are your points that you want to concentrate on. So you're going to do circles. So you're going to circle them like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that. It'll make sense once we draw out our layout. So that's part of the layout. Now we need to do the layout so that we can make our fishes and transfer this information onto the layout, or the next step that we're going to be doing. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, there's different ways of doing this as far as making the next layout that's coming up. So what I'm going to do is make a rectangle box. So the first thing is, you want to take the 3-inch diameter. So you want to figure out what the whole distance or the length of this whole fish is, or basically from this point closed loop to the other end. So what you do is you go 3 inches times 3.1416, the pi, equals 9 7/16. So what that means is we need to make a box that's 9 7/16, or basically the length of this. So basically from here to here is 9 7/16, and 9 7/16 is what you need in order to make a 3-inch diameter pipe or hole. So if you guys can see that, that's 9 7/16. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to do something like this, and it's going to go to 9 7/16. So I'm going to go at 10 just for now, and then I'll tune it up with the 9 7/16. So right around there. Okay, so now as far as the height here, basically I'm just trying to figure out what the distance is from this point and up. So that is, I would say, about 1.5. I want to make it 4 just to be on the safe side. It'll make sense once I get this drawn. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll make it at 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the more important part is the 9 7/16. Okay, let me fix this. This looks like it's not dark enough. we want to make this line 9 and 7/16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7/16 is right here. Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is take our compass, put our sharp point right here where the vertical and horizontal lines meet, and we're going to measure our length, 9 and 7/16, right around there. We're going to lock it in place, and then I'm going to put my sharp point now here, swing it over to my right. I'm going to strike an arc like that. So this here is 9 and 7/16. Now what we're going to do is finish it off by measuring our vertical line like this. See that? Okay, put your sharp point here now. Strike an arc, crisscross, and there's your box. Okay. That's one way to make a box. Okay, next step. Let's go ahead and divide this. So this is 4 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like right around there. Do the same thing on this end. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2 right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw a line in the middle of our rectangle box like that. Okay, next step. We need to divide these. We need to make 13 vertical lines. That's also including the outer ends of the box. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13. So here's what I do. So the same thing what we do here is when we divide this in arcs by centers, by throwing arcs, we're going to do the same thing on this rectangle. So I'm going to put my sharp point here, and I'm going to start throwing arcs in the middle. So basically dividing the rectangle as I go along. So I'm going to basically just throw a random arc where I think the center is going to be at, like this. Okay, I'm going to put my sharp point here now in hopes that it'll cross. And it did. Okay, so we now found the center of our rectangle. So now you just throw a line like this. See that? Okay, next step is going to do the same thing here. Now you're going to divide this and this. So again, we're going to get our compass. Now we're going to close it a little and put it where we think both arcs are going to intertwine, and go here in the center, and they do. So there's one. Keep it there, swing it over, go here now, throw an arc, and there's that one. Okay, same thing on this side. Okay, easy, right? Okay, now I'll do the same thing here, 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 and here. Okay, so we said 13, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So on this, up to this point, here's where I actually do use this information here. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be close. So I'll open it up, put my sharp point here, and it'll open it up to the next arc that's above it. So right around there, and I lock it in place. That should even out. Now what I do is I do this. So I guess I can start here so it'll make sense to you guys. I'll throw an arc here, and then I'll throw an arc here. Swing it over, Like that. And like that. So as you can see, it's kind of close. You might be able to tell from the camera that maybe the two center lines are not spaced out, but this will actually help. So as far as how much they're off, see that? They're not that off. I don't know why I whispered. I think my voice was going. Okay, so do the same thing on this side. So again, this is the longer way. I consider it the longer way, but they're more time consuming, but it just, I don't know. I think for me, it just makes it a little bit more precise, that all the lines are evened out as much as possible. All right. Now we can go ahead and just connect these lines. Line this arc to this arc here. Draw a line. Line this arc to this arc. Draw a line. See that? Okay, keep going. Boom. There it is. Okay. Now the fun part. I like this part. This is a satisfying part. All right. Okay, so check this out. So get back here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And we have a total of 13 lines right here. That's a must. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start here numbering this with 4, going up to the highest number, then drop back down and end at 4. Here's what I mean. This will be 1. I'm sorry. Wow, what a start. This will be 4, 3, 2, 1. Then go up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Okay, now here's the fun part. Get your compass, put your sharp point on 1 where 1's at, and you're going to open it up. You're always going to go off of this middle line right here, this horizontal line. You're going to always start from here and then open up your pencil point to the circle or to the corresponding number, and that's what you're going to transfer up to here. So let's start with 1. So we're going to put our sharp point right here. We're going to close it, in this case, to the first circle. I don't know why I said that. Okay, you see that? So that's 1. Put your sharp point on 1 here, and you're going to do this. Watch. Like that. And like that. That's 1. Okay. Now the next one. 2. Here's 2. So you're going to put your sharp point right here and open it up to the next circle. Like so. We're going to lock it in place. I think I can go closer. Okay, see that? Put your sharp point now on 2s. Look for all the 2s. So here's 2. So put it right here in the center, strike an arc there, above and below. Do the same thing on this 2. Boom. Boom. What do you guys think? Easy, right? Next one, 3. Okay. Put your sharp point here and open it up to the next circle. Right here. We're going to lock it in place. See that? Put your sharp point on 3s. See that? 3, 3, 3. So I'm going to go 3 here, then down, go to the next 3. Boom. Boom. Easy. Next one, 4. So we're going to do 4. Put your sharp point right here. and then your pencil point on the circle. We're going to lock it in place like that and go to your 4. So there's 4, 4, 4. 1. That's 1. That's 2. And here's 3. See that? And if you guys can see, it is taking shape. It's taking shape of this right here. See that? Okay. Next, 5. Sharp point here. I'm going to lock it in place like that on the circle and go to your 5 sharp point on 5. 5. Boom. And boom, like that. Sharp point here, also on 5. Like that. And like that. Alright, 6. Right there. Sharp point here. Open up to the next circle, which is right there. I'm going to lock it in place like that. See that? Put your sharp point now on 6s. Here's 6 and 6. So, boom, like that. Go down, do the same thing on this other 6. Like that. And like that. Last one, 7. Put your sharp point here. And open it up to your next circle above. We're going to lock it in place like that. See that? Put your sharp point on 7. Right there. Boom, you're done. That's it. So if this was made correctly, it should match this more or less. See that? What do you guys think? Easy, right? Okay. So now, in order to make this 90-degree elbow, you're going to need 3 of these and 2 of these. So the way this works is, if you notice, these are full fishes right here. These 3 in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And if you look at the outer ones, they're half fishes like these. And these complete the finishing end of the elbow. So just to demonstrate, this wraps around like this. And it goes like that. See that? Obviously it doesn't wrap around perfectly because I'm wrapping around a bigger piece now. And then the same thing applies to this end right here. See that? Okay. And then the same thing on this end. It wraps around this right here. Like that. See that? Okay, and then these half fishes then go on the other ends. So if you look, I'm going to start it right here. And it wraps around all the way like this. See that? And then you do the same thing on this. Put this half fish on that end. And that'll finish off your 90-degree. So it goes like this. And like that. What do you guys think? I like making these. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Oh, and then one last thing. If you wanted to do 45, which is this right here, it's just basically 1 fish, 1 full fish, and 2 half fishes. This here is also 3 inches. See that? 3 inches. So what I'm going to do on a future video is I'm going to show you guys that once you guys are done making this layout right here, now you can utilize these templates, and if you wanted to, you can actually do this and then scribe or trace this out onto this pipe, and then make those pipe cuts with the grinder, and then make your own exhaust system, or make your own elbows 30, 45 degree or 90, or 45 degree or 90 degree elbows. So you know, you can do this. That'll apply also to the half fishes, which will be, say, on this end right here. You just wrap it like so, and then trace around it, and then once you're done, start cutting it according to the lines based off of these templates. So yeah, this just stay tuned for this. I'm going to show you guys how I do this and how you can utilize this to make your own exhaust systems or whatever tubing you want to do in your car. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for the next one. Can't wait for this one. All right, see you guys. Bye.